You want to know why you keep losing at the kitchen line? It's because you're just hitting the ball over and you're not actually placing it. One of the biggest mistakes I see from lower level teams, even beginner intermediates, is that they're just focusing on getting the ball over the net. Now that's okay, but if you want to progress to the next level, you really have to work on aiming your dinks, hitting with intention, hitting with purpose, and actually planning your spots and where you're going to go. I often say that the team that wins the point or wins the rally is often the team that's in control and dictating the point. If you're just reacting and just trying to get it over, then you're probably gonna lose to an opponent who's like actually aiming and placing their shots. So I want you to learn how to aim and place your shots, and here's a great drill in order to do that. So before we get into the drill, I want to talk about two things that are very important to keep in mind when you're dinking. The first thing is aiming. Okay, again, a big mistake I see is people just think, I want to get it over the net. But the problem with that is you're not really making your opponent move and work very hard. Okay, a lot of times I see people just hit the same spot over and over, and that makes like your opponent's job very easy. And your whole role when you're at the kitchen line is to make your opponents feel very uncomfortable. And a way to do that is to aim and move your dinks around. A couple great spots to keep in mind when you're aiming your dinks at the kitchen line are going from inside foot to outside foot for your opponents. Again, your whole job is to make them uncomfortable. So a lot of times their inside foot is their backhand. A lot of times people don't love their backhand. So that's a great spot to hit. Another great spot to hit is going from corner to inside corner, outside corner to inside corner. Again, your whole job is to make them move around. So if you just hit the same spot over and over, they can just relax, hang out. You don't want that. You want them to be uncomfortable. Second thing I want to talk about is something that I call the heat zone. Okay, the heat zone when we're dinking is going to be this white kitchen line all the way about 6 inches before it and maybe about 2 inches after it. That's kind of the heat zone area. Now, the reason why it's the heat zone is because this is a very pressurized zone to hit when you're dinking your opponents. So when you hit this area, you're forcing them to make that decision. Do I take this ball out of the air or do I let it bounce? Okay, if you're hitting way deep in the kitchen, they know they have to let it bounce. If you hit way over here, they know they're gonna take it out of the air. But if you can make them question what they're gonna do, oftentimes that'll cause an unforced error or a pop-up. So a great place to aim is the pressurized heat zone. So the dinking drill that we're gonna be doing is called the figure 8 drill. And basically what it's gonna look like is I'm gonna line up with my partner right across from me at the kitchen line, and we're gonna have a ball, and I'm gonna dink across to their inside foot. They're gonna dink it straight to my inside foot, and I'm gonna dink it cross again to their outside foot. So I'm always going cross, and they're always hitting forward.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how this goes. So you are gonna start off going diagonal, then they are gonna go straight in front, going forward. Then you are gonna proceed to again go diagonal, and your partner is gonna come back straight forward. So it's kind of making that figure 8 shape.
Again, this really helps you be able to aim your spots and hit the right ball. So that's what I want you guys to focus on. We're gonna go ahead and show you how it goes. So I'm gonna always be going cross. My partner is always gonna be going forward. And we're gonna try to work our very hardest to keep this pattern going. Now, if you feel like, oh, I've got the pattern down, this is really easy, you can start incorporating some points. So for example, if I'm the person that messes up the pattern, then my partner gets a point. If my partner is the person that messes up the pattern, then I get the point. You play to 7 and you go from there. So here we go. I'm really working on getting my shots cross. Again, if you want to make it a little bit harder, try to, oh, I got a point. If you want to try to make this drill a little bit harder, really work on hitting in the pressurized zone. So again, working on going cross, He's moving me around a lot, and I'm gonna move him. There we go.
I'll take that one.
Scores 1-1. Oh, shoot.
Gotcha.
He got that point. 1-2. And you go all the way until 7. Oh, that's a good one.
Uh-oh, we got a doozy of a point.
Yeah!
You got me. You got me.
So I hope you guys try out this game. Again, it's really great for forcing yourself to aim and switch things up. Again, I love adding points in because points kind of add a little bit of pressure. And essentially, you want to be able to create games where you practice under pressure because that really helps you in tournament settings. Make sure that you guys subscribe to All Things Pickleball and find me on Instagram, at TikTok, at All Things Pickleball. And I will see you guys in the next one.